Anonymous. State of corruption. Today I am going to discuss about Judge N. William Delker. Judge Delker graduated from the University of Massachusetts Amherst in 1991 and Washington College of Law in 1995. He is currently ranked as a Superior Court judge, previously a prosecutor from 1998 to 2011. He has previously also taught law at the Franklin Pierce Law Center and the Massachusetts School of Law. Judge Delker is one of the many corrupt judges that I have on my list from the state of New Hampshire. He has been a part of the cover team that helped protect the drug cartels in the state of New Hampshire. Mike Gill has been retaliated against Judge Delker and the drug cartels for a very long time, due to his slowly growing evidence and witnesses of the judge's illicit activities. Judge Delker takes orders and bribes from the Shaheen law firms in undisclosed locations. Judge Delker is also protecting the Internal Revenue Service, whom they, and the judge himself have put many moles in Mike Gill's mortgage specialist's office in New Hampshire. They even have put in bugs and wiretaps in his office. Some of the moles that the corrupt have placed were people who have previously worked for the state government of New Hampshire. Some of the moles have gone back to work for the state and received higher paying jobs. It was like they were promoted for trying to sabotage mortgage specialists. Judge Delker purposely failed to notify Mike Gill of a hearing while he was trying to attempt a meeting with President Donald Trump in Washington, D.C., who declared the heroin epidemic in this country a national emergency. Judge Delker has unjustly frozen Mike Gill's assets in an attempt to stop state of corruption. Judge Delker is tied to the Attorney General's office in New Hampshire, who have been a part of the cover team protecting the drug cartels in the state of New Hampshire. Judge Delker allowed Bill Shaheen and Alex Walker, who has been a part of murder for hire on Mike Gill's life, to be in the same courtroom in the hearing, which is a major conflict of interest. Both law firms has also attempted to extort Mike Gill for his silence. Both law firms have connections with the Internal Revenue Service, who also coordinated efforts to plant moles and bugs in mortgage specialists. Judge Delker, during his cases with Mike Gill, has failed to ascertain any evidence that Mike Gill has brought before him. He also refused clear evidence that attempts have been made on his life, as well as connecting the major law firms with the drug cartels in the state. There is no reason why 16-inch thick documents of evidence should go unignored by a judge, other than to avoid seeing the fact that they are guilty of working criminally with the law firms and drug cartels in the state. Judge Delker numerous times have also disregarded the Constitution. Judge Delker is one of the judges who has refused any witnesses to appear in court on behalf of Mike Gill, and denied protection for the witnesses who are in deep fear for their lives. That is why he never has any witnesses appear in court. What I explained to you is only the tip of the iceberg of this judge's criminality. I will include 2 video clips in this video and 1 in the description below. This will convince you that the corrupt judges and law firms are roaming about in the state of New Hampshire, trying to destroy people's lives for their own agendas. They are all protecting one another to benefit their financial criminal empire. They will try to leverage anyone who refuses to be a part of it. It is all about protecting the drug cartels and ensuring that they don't go bankrupt. The elected officials running the state of New Hampshire are clearly the reasons for the drug epidemic in the state. Judge Delker is only abusing and neglecting his judicial authority to help out the major law firms and businesses in the state, and isn't serving the best interests of the people. The judges and law firms in the state of New Hampshire are trying to make life difficult and unjust for the people in the state of New Hampshire. Anonymous. State of corruption. Remember, I am anonymous. You can't sue me. I have no legal address. Let's end corruption in the state of New Hampshire. You better expect it to end.
Mike Gill, state of corruption. We are in the 9th inning. The bottom of the 9th inning. They cannot allow me to keep going forwards and uncovering the criminality and showing it to you. I am telling you, I'm going to paint you a picture of utter desperation on their part. The problem with the desperate is, the desperate do desperate things. And what we've got to do is catch them right here and now. What I'm going to give you in Brentwood is Judge Anderson, Francois, and Judge Delker. I'm also going to bring you Alex Walker, Divine Millimat, Shaheen and Gordon, Bill Shaheen, and Steve Gordon, and your drug dealers in this state. We've got them all in one courtroom. One courtroom. All right? So let me give you an analysis. If you understand that this means we have them. From here, I'm going to the Attorney General's office in Washington and giving this to them directly and with the assistance of President Trump. That's right. And these assholes know that too, which is why this has to end one way or the other. Right. Something is going to end this. Let me explain to you why, so you'll see it yourself. And you'll see the method of what we've come down to catching these people. All right, let me give you a vision here. Brentwood Courthouse. Okay? We are in there now with Judge Delker. Delker is the cover judge. He's from the AG's office. Okay? The AG's office has been the cover team. So now Delker takes Shaheen and Gordon and allows them to represent the drug dealers, even though Shaheen and Gordon, again, were my attorneys. Outrageous? Well, he also gets Walker last week. My two attorneys, Walker and Bill Shaheen, my law firms, Shaheen and Gordon and Divine Millimat, were all in the same Delker courtroom together. What's the chances of that happening are? It's impossible. Now let me tell you how this worked. Delker is the cover team. He is from the AG's office. Let's not forget, Rosenberg, the partner at Shaheen and Gordon, is also his best buddy from the AG's office. Okay? So let's start this. Let's look at this. Alex Walker and Bill Shaheen. What did I accuse them of? Fraud my divorce. Because they were trying to leverage my silence with FRM, which is now with Judge Francois in Brentwood. You know, the guy who put me in jail for 10 days covering up the criminality in the divorce. They're only up to about $6 million. OJ's trial cost less money. But it is the cover. It was to get them out of statutes of limitations, like I told you. Who out of statutes of limitations? Alex Walker and Bill Shaheen. What a coincidence. Now, the other judge I'm working with is a Judge Anderson there. Now, Anderson's only leveraging me on, you ready? The DRA, criminally, from Richard Head, from the AG's office. The banking, criminally, from AG's office and Richard Head. Right? Wiggins and Norrie, which was the case that Walker was defending. Extortion. And even a septic, and he closed down when I sued Sarah to turn around and have her come forwards. So Anderson, now, I've got a hearing tomorrow. Show cause. If I don't let him into the business, they'll throw me in jail again. The reason why they're going into the business is seeing the level of extortion that they have to commit to break mortgage specialists and state of corruption. We can't get a judge anywhere in this fucking state, right? But we wind up on the desk of Anderson 5 straight times. And Delker just turned around and get the Walker case. Now let's not forget, Griner, Anagos, and Cruz, your asshole drug dealers and launderers, right? We're all in the same courtroom. They're covering for them. Shaheen and Gordon do business with them. So doesn't Walker with the covering of the hospitals. Who do you think just dumped all the drugs? The hospital. Again, Walker. All again in the same courtroom. Shaheen and Gordon and Walker were on the IRS. Who are they leveraging me with? Still that. They were on the Department of Revenue, both of them. Who were they leveraging me on? Still that. They were on the divorce. Who am I getting leverage from? Still that. All in the same fucking courtroom. Right? What is the possibilities? Remember, the way in is the way out. I've collected these assholes into a little box. If this is investigated, and I'm taking this to the AG's office, and Mr. Trump to see that it is. These guys not only go to jail, but let's look what it gets us. The IRS, now listen, let's keep going now. All my leverage pieces in that courtroom. Let's go back to the list. You know, the list that turned around and offered me $50 million to shut my mouth. Here it is here, and I remind you it's signed, again, by Robert Curley, right, who was representing Morris Mahoney, who was covering for all these people. So it's real, in writing, signed. So let's take a look who's on our list. Well, Bill Shaheen's on the list. Right. Alex Walker's on the list. There he is here. So let's go back to court. Walker wants a release, check. Bill Shaheen wants a release, check. Divine Millimat wants a release, check. Here's Bill Shaheen, by the way, right? We're all in the courtroom. They just offered me a settlement offer, and we're all back here again. Let me see who else is in the courtroom. Divine Millimat, they asked for a release. Wiggins and Norrie, the thing that Anderson's leveraging me with, and for tomorrow, they offered me a fucking release. Right. IRS release. They're in that courtroom. New Hampshire Banking Department and Commission, they're both in that courtroom. That's Walker and Shaheen. Remember the FRM scam? They have to, I earn money through banking and I have a banking license. This is what they're leveraging me with. Do you find that every piece that I just said, the people responsible for leveraging it are in court with me? My attorneys representing Walker and Bill Shaheen with the drug dealers. The reason why Shaheen and Gordon had to come up is to protect these bastards. That is the big payoff. It's the federal money that Shaheen gets, Aganos. It's Cruz and Griner with the banking. Why do you think the Banking Commission turned around and said that we don't have to audit these people anymore? Because it is corrupt and it is laundering, and their problem is putting away all the drug money they earned. The important thing that you have to understand here and now is this can't go any further. They're going to press me and put me out of business, and I'm going to run to the AG's office and Trump and see if we can't put these assholes in jail. You're only going to get your AG's office. You're going to get your banking commissioners. You're going to get your drug dealers. You're going to get your hospitals and the corruption in the hospitals with Walker. Why do you think Walker's there? Right? To protect the drug dealers from the hospitals. To show you where do you think it came out? Understand what we can get here from what's inside this courtroom. You get the corruption through the judges, through the courts. I mean, IRS, Department of Revenue, everything we're looking at, the size and the depth of the corruption in the state is on the scale right now. So when you see this video, I want you to say, I want this investigated, as you have on these other videos. We've got thousands of people coming forwards. I want to bring this forward with me to the AG and to Mr. Trump. Which you notice he said yesterday the New Hampshire voting was corrupted, just as I said it was. Okay, we're going to have a follow-up video. Let's hope it's not me going to jail. But I am not ruling it out. And listen, if something happens to me, I didn't commit suicide, and I'm feeling good. Mike Gill, State of Corruption. Go. Mike Gill, State of Corruption. Do you wonder why and how I get as much evidence as I do? Because I'm working with people across this state and across this country. They're watching. They may work in the banking department. They may work in the DEA. They may work in the Department of Revenue. But this one individual, which I'm greatly appreciative, happened to notice Judge Delker walking into Bill Shaheen's office. This person was in the bank downstairs Shaheen's office is upstairs. She noticed Judge Delker, the same Judge Delker she knew from the videos. So she followed Delker up the stairs like she was going in as a customer, and then turned around in the waiting room and saw Bill Shaheen meet Judge Delker and give Judge Delker a stack of cash. Now, that's hard to believe, except for this woman had her phone and took a picture. How's that for evidence? FBI, are you paying attention? Now, this person I will make available along with the picture. You're going to have to investigate. You want to know why they're closing the doors? What's the bet that stack of money was drug money? Ask Judge Delker to deny it. Ask Bill Sheen to deny that that happened. I bet you they won't. It's important. We're going to put this up on the signs. We're going to put up the videos. We need you to share. We need you to do. We can't boost any longer. This is the stuff they're trying to protect. This is the stuff that would get people murdered. Mike Gill, State of Corruption.
Please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I am not affiliated with Mike Gill or his organization State of Corruption New Hampshire. I am anonymous State of Corruption. Please like, follow, and support Mike Gill on his social media pages. Thank you.